Good afternoon, everyone. Scott here with Game and Trade. Today we are going to be refurbishing and upgrading a classic Game Boy Advance system. These play the original Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games. They usually come in a little worse for the wear. This one's not in terrible shape, but it is not backlit. You used to have to use a worm light with this port here. All the memes online of the extra speakers and FM transmitter and magnifiers, and this is not even my final form. Nintendo made so many attachments for this system. We are going to be upgrading it to an LCD screen. You can order these online. They're about 40 bucks or so. And this LCD, keep in mind that these are very fragile and delicate, so you want to be really careful with that. We have the heat shield sticker that goes on the back of the LCD. You've got an adapter ribbon cable to step up the power for the light. We've got our bezel sticker and a thicker glass shield to protect that LCD. We are going to be removing it from its original housing to this clear red. It looks a lot like a Sith lightsaber. Got a red and white color scheme going on just in time for the holidays. Got replacement pads, tools. We're possibly going to be using the original rubber pads because I like to use as much of the original hardware and parts as possible to keep it original, authentic. So stay tuned for that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Mario pun. So we are going to take our Game Boy Advance apart. Starting out with our tri-wing screwdriver. And there is one Phillips head screw here, the battery door. And that just lifts right up off there. Lay that to the side. You have two screws holding in your motherboard. We'll go ahead and remove those. And there, the Phillips head. And set those to the side. The new one came with new hardware that probably fit the housing more properly. So remove your shoulder buttons, set those to the side. You have the ribbon cable for your LCD is attached by this one bracket. You want to use a pry tool and lift straight up carefully without pushing too hard. And lift your main board up. Just pull straight out. There's your main board. We want to set that to the side carefully. And now we're ready for the new LCD. Now we are ready to prepare our new housing unit for our upgrade. So we're going to remove the front, set our buttons to the side, and you want to put your LED indicator in here. We're going to put the new buttons in it and everything. Generally, these front housings have to be altered to fit the new LCD, so we'll have to do some trimming. Let's see how that goes. Most of the time there's instructions online. Just look up LCD enhancement for GBA. Let's see how this fits. Some of them may fit. This one does fit. I'm trying to think of it. Then think we have a clear spacer in here for the diffuser. Again, you want to be very careful with your LCD. I believe this goes here. With this amount of space over here, maybe it goes on the other side. Let's see if that fits before we actually do any work or altering. I want to be very careful. They're still protective. Generally, if you have to force it, then it's not meant to be. So satisfying. There's still a protector on here. We're going to leave that on there until we're completely done so we don't scratch anything. It's wanting to go there. Okay, so this is a learning experience. Our LCD came with these acrylic spacers, and I found that there were clear layers on this spacer, and I put it in there, and you want to put it in there on the thin edge. And our LCD still very slightly wants to fit, but not quite. And what I have noticed is that there are these two very slight, it's what holds the old LCD in, two very slight tabs like indentions. So we're going to shave those off. Kids, get your parents' help with this. An X-Acto knife or something. You can use anything. But be very careful with this. As I stated, they're very slight, almost unnoticeable. That should just about do it. And remember to put away your sharp objects in a responsible manner. Again, you want to make sure any delicate parts are out of the way while you are cutting. Keep your LCD screen safe from damages. Okay, now we will be testing our new LCD. So you want to take your adapter cable. There's two, one for the smaller pin connector, one for the larger. There are two versions of the main board. Your gold pins go upward facing. Press these two tabs in. Flip it over. And there's your connector here. Connects to the LCD. Very carefully. Want to place it. Press down, and it, again, if you have to force it, then it's not going to go. Firmly and snug. snugly. Heard it snap into place. So, carefully, because this is where your ribbon cable would be adhered to the shield, the heat shield. So we're going to take it and flip it over, not to damage any of these ribbon cables. We're going to take our battery compartment, put it in place so that we can connect our batteries. Let's switch the power on. I want to find it. Very good, very bright, crisp, clear colors. So we're good to go. I noticed that the housing had to be cut a little more around the select button so that the LCD connector will fit once it's placed in there. So you can buy pre-cut ones online. I chose this one because I don't mind doing my own work. Modding at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. You just want to remove the wall around the select button very carefully, cut in a V shape, and again, we don't want to scar it where it's very noticeable from the front. Usually when you're cutting anything, you want to cut away from yourself. That should just about do it. Next, we are going to apply our heat shield sticker. Most of these instructions for this process are on retromodding.com. Please apply this insulating film to the metal surface on the back of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and install our front glass shield to prevent the dust, and go ahead and protect our LCD screen for installation. It's difficult to remove these with gloves on. Careful not to get any fingerprints on the inside of the new glass shield. It fits in there safely and securely. Install the 3M adhesive Now we are going to affix the adapter ribbon cable to the back of the LCD. Some of the kits come with a 3M adhesive pad, mine did not. So I'm going to precision cut these double-sided strips to affix the adapter cable. Use this double-sided adhesive that I use for phone repairs. And I don't have any Captic tape, so I'm just going to use the included adhesive to protect the circuitry. I believe the instructions said to fold this ribbon cable over and that'll protect it from touching the motherboard, because the heat shield sticker here, you still don't want to apply too much pressure this way. I'm going to use the original pads, but I'm going to use the new buttons. AB, let's see, where's our shoulder buttons? It's not sitting just right to me. There we go. Now, I tend to forget this, but we do not want to forget our LED indicator. There you go. Now we're going to place our motherboard. I believe the power switcher goes in after, I believe. Yeah. I'm going to see how this tactic does. I'm going to go ahead and place my motherboard first. Everything feels good. I want to make sure it's flush. Something is still not quite flush. What is sticking up? I don't want to force it. I don't want to. Oh, it's just one plastic tab here. Sometimes it's the simplest of things. Let's replace our shoulder button. Replace our motherboard. Scoot this speaker notch into place. Is that right? Everything going? Okay. I found the proper screws. Alright, it is hour 2. Fairly thin, simple Phillips head screws that go here. Okay, I'm going to line up right. Here in between these two capacitors, and here on the other edge, generally marked with this circle. You can see what's going on. And I don't want to hurt it, I want to be gentle. Gentle but firm. Put pressure on the buttons. Anywhere, don't put pressure on the LCD. There we go. Press the connector down into place. Floating around. There. Now your power switcher now we want to place our back housing on. It should just slide down straight with no interference. As long as everything is lined up. Sometimes you might have to push on those shoulder buttons. Everything fits snugly together. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of the screws in to hold it in place. Then we're going to fully test it before we put it all the way together. Is this a tri-wing? Certainly is. This wasn't too difficult. Really, the amount of delicate parts you were handling versus the technical skill. Again, I want to put these two screws all the way together, make sure the housing is completely flush, as if we were zipping up the project. Some new housing, so carefully but firmly. Alright, now we're going to place our batteries. What to do with the batteries? Give you that big ta-da moment. Ta-da! Good deal. It's 100% working. So we're going to zip it all the way back up and finalize this project. The 4 main screws are in. There's no room between the front and back of the housing. A small screw here. Small air screw. Phillips head. Got 2 that go up here. I believe there's still long screws. If I start turning and they feel like they're all the way in, then I'll know that it's the shorter screw. And those are snugly in there. Firmly together. Check our clicky. Feels pretty clicky. Feels good. Alright. Now we're going to put our custom stickers on there. It's the satisfying part. You want to center them ever so correctly. Steady the hands. Steady the mind to steady the hands. Be confident, yet be careful. Craftsmanship. fit rather nicely. I'm going to put some batteries in here. Only the best. And then we're going to put our battery compartment door. And give you a big reveal. There we go. What do you think? Pretty nice, right? Backlit custom LCD, custom housing. Beautiful piece of technology here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Like, subscribe. Flying Pikachu. Go follow our page. Looks like they sent some extra screws for those who think I have a few screws loose. You're probably right. But have fun. Life's too short not to enjoy it. Have a great day. See you next time.